welcome to Candlelight Vinyasa. Take a seat of some sort or get yourself in a comfortable position for you. Take a couple deep breaths. Ooh, exhale out a big ah. Letting go of the day. Ooh. Maybe today you were super productive and you made 5 planter boxes. Or was it 9? I don't. Or maybe today you really just barely put on pajamas. That's all right too. We're all allowed. But for now, we're here, right here in this moment. So we get to let go of the day. And we get to feel the moment, like just kind of settling in to the evening. So we're going to do a nice slow flow vinyasa. And we're going to start that slow flow with a little back and forth with the back. So sometimes I like to take my feet a little bit wider like a butterfly. Sometimes I like to keep that crossed ankle or crossed shin. So you're just going to lean forward, arch the back, bring the top of the pelvis forward, and then take the top of the pelvis and lean it back. So we're just going to go back and forth about 4 more times like that. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And you can open up your chest, reach your arms back. Last 2 ones. One more. All right, so we're going to take a little sit up tall, do a little washing machine. Just back and forth. In Kundalini Yoga, they do these, I think it's like 54 times, half of a mala. We're not going to go that long, but we're going to do a few more. 3, 2, 1. Now pick a side and hold that twist. Sit up nice and tall. Take the shoulder blades, roll them around. Kind of find a nice place. Oh, I'm going to try to twist like my upper back a little bit more and then let it go. And a little bit more. Oh, and let it go. One more time. Big breath. You can just hold it steady. Oh, I like to release some of that tension from my upper back. Oh, little washing machine. And then we're going to land on the opposite twist. And again, kind of sitting down, sitting up. If you're doing a child's pose, you could do a twist with your child's pose. Oh. Again, for me, like moving that upper back a little bit, in and out, is helpful. I'm not really turning the bottom half of my torso, just moving my shoulder blades around, getting that upper back moving. Okay, come on back to the middle with an exhale. Ooh, and then add a little movement. Oh. All right, so we're going to come up to all fours. We're going to take one hand and turn it around as far as it'll go. So if it'll go all the way around, so your fingers point towards your knee, that's fine. If it doesn't want to go that far, it can go out to the side. Hopefully you can see what I'm up to. So we're just going to do one hand at a time. So we're going to lean back and then take it away and lean back. Oh, and take it away and lean back. Oh, and take it away. Give that hand a little rinse. And then do your other side. So kind of turn the hand however far around it's willing to go. Lean back. This one for me is a little more sensitive. I don't have to go very far before I feel it. Lean back. Take it away. Lean back. Take it away. One more time. Lean and back into it. Take it away. Give it a little shake. Oh. All right, so then we're going to get our hands nice and firmly planted. You're going to tuck your toes. Take yourself to your downward facing dog. And then take a few moments and move your shoulder blades around here. So shoulder blades go up and down. Up and down. And find a spot where you kind of feel like your neck is longer, your shoulder blades are nice and firm on your back. You can hug the arms towards the ears just a little bit. And then we're going to dance our dog around a little bit. Bend the knees. Straighten them out. Bend the knees. Straighten them out. Oh, one more. Bend the knees. Straighten them out. Come up onto the tiptoes. And roll back down. All right. So you can walk your hands towards your feet or your feet towards your hands, depending on where you are on your mat. And then hang upside down for a moment. Give those arms a shake. We're going to stretch the fingers out. Oh, squeeze them in. Stretch them out. Oh, squeeze them in. Stretch them out. Give them a wiggle. And then shake them out. I think I'm cuddling up against a plant. Hang on. Okay. We're going to come up halfway. And then exhale, bend your knees. Get as far over into that forward bend as you can. And then inhale up halfway. Try to flatten out that upper back a little bit. Ooh. Flow over. Let that low back round over. One more time, coming up. Oh, flow over. And it's really, it depends on your hamstrings, your low back, your glutes, as to how far that's going to feel good. And we're going to come all the way up to standing. Go slow. Oh. You may not be able to see my arms, but reach up overhead. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Oh. And then end that stretch with a mountain pose. So I'm just going to turn around so I can start up here. Find a moment just of peaceful presence. You can open your eyes. You can keep your eyes closed. Now, if you've got room, you can take the arms out to the side. If you're a little tighter in your space, go right up the middle. Nice big breath, maybe a baby back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to step back with one foot. Doesn't matter which one, pick one. And then pause for a moment, look up, and reach through that heel. Then we're going to step back with the other foot. Now you can hold the full plank or bring your knees down. Hug your elbows in. We're lowering down. Coming into a cobra or an upward dog. And then coming back to down dog. Take that right leg up, or whatever leg it was, and step that same leg forward. Now, we're going to take that leg into place. Take the opposite heel to the ground, and we're going to come up for a warrior one. So nice big stretch. I'm letting my hip go with my leg. Give it a nice big reach. Exhale, put both hands to the floor. Step back into a plank. Okay, with the knees or without. Lower down, elbows in. Cobra. Coming back to dog. Same leg goes up. And this time we'll step it forward. Look up. We're going to go right into that forward bend with the opposite leg. Fold. Come all the way to standing. Oh. And then find your mountain pose. Nice big breath. Inhale. Nice big stretch, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Coming up halfway. Exhale, fold. Stepping back with the opposite foot. Finding the lunge. Step back, plank. Choose the plank modification. Cobra. Back to dog. Oh. Now I'm fighting with yoga block with my foot. Nice big stretch. Step this guy forward. And then we're coming up for warrior one. Nice big breath. Both hands to the floor. Stepping back to plank. Lower and down. Coming into cobra. And back to your dog. When you get to dog, we're going to take that leg up. Same leg. Step it forward. Look up. So we're going straight into that forward bend, half, and then over, and all the way to standing, and mountain pose. Coming into chair, folding forward, halfway, exhale, fold, stepping back into plank. Now, you can jump back if you want to make it a little more challenging. You can keep it up or bring it lower. Coming through your back bend, taking yourself to dog. We're going to add a little core. Take that first leg up, bring it in, take it up, sink into your heel, bring it in, take it up, give it a stretch. Maybe even a little hook over the back, and then step it forward. Now, we're going to come back to our friend warrior one. So put your heel on the ground and come all the way up. Now, once you're here, get nicely settled in, and then we're going to take the arms up. We're going to bring them back, try to squeeze the shoulder blades together, and push it forward. Bring it up, bring it back, oh, push it forward. Up, back, oh, push it forward. And then we're gonna fold over this leg. Now, keep the bent knee right over the ankle if that's available. Hook your hands behind your back and either holding a wrist or lacing your fingers together. Let yourself come all the way over. And feel a little release in the neck, maybe a little release in the shoulders, or a lot of release. 2 more breaths. Last one. All right, we're going to release the hands. Now, I'm going to step back to down dog so I can kind of modify this practice, make it a little more gentle. You can throw your vinyasa in there, go to plank. So, choosing that option. If you're going to dog with me, just pause, take a breath. Exhale out a big ah. Inhale. That's the back bend. Exhale. And then you guys are back. And we're going to take that opposite leg up. Curl it in. Stretch it back. Curl it in. Stretch it back and sink into that heel. Hook it over your back if it feels okay. And then we're going to step it forward into our warrior one. And again, find your way in. Jiggle into place. And then we'll take the arms up. Bring them back. Push them forward. Bring them up. Try to hold the lower body nice and steady. Bring them back. Push them forward. Get those shoulder blades moving. Bring them up. Bring them back. That feels good. Let's do one more. Bring them back. All right, so we're going over. And again, we're going to wrap around. So I'm going to grab my opposite wrist. Let the head hang, lift through this back thigh so you've got some support. And then let everything else kind of go. And maybe your arms come up off your back and go over your head. And maybe you're like me and you get tight shoulders so they don't. Nice deep breaths. Last one. All right, yogis. So we're going to come back to our plank. And then you're going to lower through. Choose your vinyasa. Take it back to down dog. We're going to take that first leg up with us. Nice big breath. Step that guy forward. Stepping right into that halfway bend. Folding over. Coming all the way up. And then finding that mountain pose. Coming back to chair. Now we're going to do a balancing chair. So I'm going to shift my weight into the leg that I haven't stepped forward yet. And I'm going to bring the other leg off the floor. Now you can go across your thigh and do it that way, or you can just hold it in the air. You can see how deeply into your hips this will let you go. Keep the hips back to keep the knee over the ankle. Catch if it gets wobbly. Okay, we're going to pick this leg up, and we're going to step back into warrior one. Okay, so we're back to this shape one more time. Now, we're going to take this into a split leg forward bend. So we're going to turn a little bit through the hip and bring the back foot around if you can, just so that it aims your hip more forward instead of more out to the side. Now, wherever your foot goes, allow the hip to take that same trajectory. That way we're not doing things to the hip socket or the knee joint that are unpleasant. So this is where blocks come in handy. So we're going to fold and try to straighten out this leg. And I'm going to do this in a pulse of 3. So I'm going to bend the knee. And then I'm going to straighten back out and feel where the edge is. Right? Where do I first feel that? Bend the knee. And then straighten it out. I'm going to do it one more time. Kind of, I'm adjusting as I go. And then adjusting my feet. And finding that spot that feels like it's enough stretch, just right, not too much. Just nice deep breaths. Now I'm going to take this up a notch, but not right away. We're going to do one more big breath. Let go with a big ah. And then we're going to take this back leg
into the air. So I'm going to bend the front knee, lean forward, take this guy off the floor. And we're going to try to go for a nice big standing splits, or if it feels like you want to take it a little bit further out, you can take both your hands and try to lace your fingers together behind your back and hold that. But I like to have one hand prepared to catch myself if I fall. So I'm just going to try to take them up. Reach your leg, take one more breath. And then we're going to step it all the way back. You can throw in the Vinyasa here, or you can follow me just to dog. Rinse it out and feel where it landed you. Oh, it feels so good. I love the side that I've done. Oh, it's nice. All right, yogis, so we're going to take a nice big breath. We're going to take the opposite leg up. You're going to step that foot forward. We're going to look up, and then we're going to come right into that half bend, fold into it, and come all the way up. Give it a big long stretch. Oh. And then we're going to come back to mountain pose. Get steady. Take your chair, and we're going to see if we can bring this leg up or across and see if we can hold that balance. I have a harder time on one side than I do the other, and because the carpet under me is not totally level, it's even more fun. 2 more breaths. Perk. Perk. All right, here we go. Pick it up. Step it back to your warrior one. Adjust your feet so that we can go forward into that split leg forward bend. So I'm going to fold with the knee bent, adjust the legs, and then I'm going in and coming back, right? Forward, feel. As I'm coming back, I'm feeling. Right there, that's where the stretch begins. Go back. Take a big breath. Exhale. Come back. See I can go a little past where it was before I feel it. One more time, we're going to bend in, and then we're going to try to go for the one that feels just right. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same as the other side. You're just feeling for the stretch that's appropriate. Trying to relax into there. Now we're going to try to go for that standing splits. We're going to take 2 more breaths first. Kind of feeling out this relationship right in this area. Okay, bend the knee so that that's not too sharp, and then we're going to take it up. Okay, see how high the leg is willing to lift, how far over you can bend. See if you can take your hands off the ground. Reach into that leg that's behind you. Whee! Sometimes balances get wobbly. All right, take 1 more. And then we're going to step it on back. And again, you can throw in your Vinyasa here of your choice. That's a sequence of poses, plank, lower down, come into cobra. That's the Carmen parlance. Common. All right, now we're going to take that original leg. We're going to bring that thing up. We're going to hook it over the back a little bit. If you've got room, you can drop that into a flip dog. I don't really have the room without knocking furniture over. So then we're going to step it forward. Once you come back to your dog, you'll bring your back knee down, and we're going to come to this lunge. Now I'm going to go low, but before I do, I'm going to grab a block. So I have a little bit of support. If you don't have blocks, couch cushions make great blocks. So you have like a couple of little throw pillows or a cushion. Now, again, I'm going to go forward and I'm going to go back, okay? This time, I'm feeling out this area right there in front of my hip. Forward and back. And I'm feeling for, is it there? Is it there? Not yet, there. Where's the stretch, okay? Then I'm going to see if I can come down into this a little lower. Now you can put your elbows on the floor. You can drop the knee open. As long as your back knee's on the floor, you have a little bit of freedom. this is too low, you can back off. You can take your blocks up another notch, like that. Okay. 2 more breaths in lizard. 1 more. Now, we're going to ease back, and just for a moment, just feel that spot right there. Not quite into the hamstring stretch, but close. And before we've settled in. So what we're going to do first is just fold and stretch back until you get a stretch in the back of your thigh. We've been in that territory a bunch tonight, so just as best you can. And then we're going to sit down. Oh, now, this is not going to work for everybody. So my leg is bent behind me. And if that's not going to work for you, I'm going to try to turn myself around so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. If that's not going to work, then you're going to swing this baby around this way and do it like that. Okay? If it will let you, then we're going to take it back here and we're going to side bend. So I'm going to open this thigh as big as it'll let me go. I'm going to bend over my leg and then come over. And maybe this arm feels good overhead, or maybe it feels better. Maybe you've been on the sewing machine or on the computer all day and it feels really nice to take the arm behind your back and then let your head open along this line right there on your throat. Ooh, 2 more breaths here. That feels good. All right, so we're going to come around. Now, for those of you that would like a vinyasa, you're going to take yourself back to a plank. Lower down. Do your up dog. Come on back to down dog. And then you're going to step your legs forward. The rest of us are going to just go back to down dog. Oh, because it feels kind of nice. Just shake everything. And then we'll bring the opposite leg up over the back. Maybe it flips all the way over. And then you step it forward. And you bring your back knee to the ground. Oh. Oh. And then you ease yourself forward and back towards this lizard shape. Oh. See where it's going to let you go. This one for me is a little bit tighter hip, so I'm definitely going to stay up a little higher. I'm going to let this guy drop open and butterfly wing around. We're all different. There's not a right way or a wrong way to do these lunges. Just do the one that doesn't feel like it's going to wreck you. If you need to back off, back off. You can do a lunge up tall. It works. And then we're going to take a big breath. Let go with an ah. And then we're going to ease the hips back. So I'm just going to take the pressure off. I'm not all the way straight with this leg yet. Keeping a little bend there. Just noticing the sensation of letting go of that deep, intense shape. And then we're going to see about the hamstring stretch just for a moment. Again, we visited that territory quite a bit tonight. And then we're going to let ourselves, if possible, sit all the way down. And we'll turn this into a gate shape, or bring that leg around and do the Janu Shirsasana shape, or head to knee pose shape. Okay. So turn in sideways. Seeing how far back that thigh wants to move. Maybe it feels nice to stretch over the top. Maybe it feels nice again to kind of open up this spot by putting the arm behind you, kind of nestling it in, and then adjusting the neck and the head to get the stretch right in there. It feels so nice at the end of the day.
going to take 2 more breaths here. You're going to take a nice big inhale. Come all the way up. Lean and unwind your leg. Oh, okay. If you're thinking to yourself, but Candy, I need one more vinyasa. I'm not going to stop you, baby. Just take yourself to your vinyasa. Roll it over. Jump into chaturanga. Do an upward dog. Do a downward dog. You know the drill. If you don't know the drill, don't do that part. it's fine. Okay, so then we're going to take ourselves into one of 3 shapes. Either we're going to fold over the legs like this, or we're going to fold over the legs like a butterfly, and you can pull your heels right up against your groins if they're available. Or you can take your legs out into a wide V and fold down into the wide V. I've done a bunch of these shapes tonight, but I haven't done this one, so I'm going to go with this one. Now, that being said, sometimes if the back of the knee is really tender, you can put a little support under your knees, and if you've got really tight hamstrings, actually putting a pillow under the knees can be really useful. Now, get your sit bones out from under you, whichever shape you've chosen, and then we're going to fold in, and if you happen to be able to reach your feet with your hands, do that. If you've got a tie or a belt or a dog leash handy and you can use that, you can hold on to that. You're going to push with your feet like you're pushing on the gas, and then you're going to hold steady with the hands and lengthen your back. So we're going to try to draw the pelvis forward and create space in the back. This doesn't work for everybody, so if you can't hold your feet, don't sweat it. It's not your pose tonight. Do it this way, right? Lengthen, fold in, hands wherever they can reach. It's perfectly fine. The reason to use the feet is because it engages every muscle, and it's really interesting. And so having a prop definitely helps. So I'm breathing, and as I breathe, because I'm kind of smooshed against my thighs a little bit, my breath is going into my back, which is the whole thing. It might not be that way for you. You might have chosen something different and you feel it in your inner thigh instead. And so 2 more breaths here. Now inhale your way up. And as you get to the top, we're going to lean back and bend the knees or straighten them, depending on what the opposite is of what you just did. And then give yourself a little jiggle. Okay. So now you have to pick a final relaxation shape. Now, I have a lot of favorites. So you can do a corpse pose. That's where you lay on your back, and you can put pillows underneath your knees and a blanket under your head, a blanket over top of you if you're chilly. Or you can do legs up the something. So if you've got a couch, put your butt, right up against the edge of the couch with your back on the ground and lay your legs up and over your couch or over your beanbag chair. Or a wall. If you've got a wall, go straight up a wall. And then the last part is you could also choose just to do a meditation posture, because maybe you're going to go do Shavasana in bed in just a moment. And so you might take a few moments just to take a chance to meditate. And all meditation is being present with what's happening right this moment. Not thinking about other stuff, about what you gotta do later, and blah, 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 blah. Just big breath, big. Imagine yourself sinking down into a hot tub. And then be aware of your body. So this is gonna lead me right into the mindfulness practice that I'm gonna post later for tonight. But for now, for those of us that are gonna head off, Namaste, yogis.